John Glade was born and raised here in the Lehigh Valley. He attended Lehigh University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering in 1976 and an MBA in 1980. McGlade joined Air Products in 1976 as a participant in the company's career development program. He stayed with the company following the 3-year rotational program and rose through the ranks. He has held various positions with increasing responsibility within the organization, including general manager of different divisions and vice president with global responsibilities. After 30 years at the company, he was appointed president and chief operating officer in 2006 before assuming the role of chairman and CEO in 2008. He served as CEO of Air Products until 2014, when he retired after 38 years with the company. During his time at Air Products, John was an advocate in the community, urging for increased support of vocational and technical education, which is critical to the success of many companies. He was named CEO Champion of the Year by Skills USA for his work in this area. Air Products is not the only company that John has made an impact on. He served on the board of directors for both Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company and the American Chemical Society. Giving back to his alma mater, John is also a trustee at Lehigh University. Along his journey, John met his wife, Brenda McGlade, who has also made an impact in her community. Brenda has devoted her life to working with children in her community and has been able to make a positive impact on their lives. Brenda has taken courses in music business and real estate, but her main passion has always seemed to be helping kids. In fact, Brenda used to work at the Turner Street Clubhouse to help kids reenact different plays. During this role, she was able to build a mutual respect and bond with the children that she worked with. Brenda and the children became so close that she even considered them her kids. By mentoring the children, Brenda was able to learn different aspects of leadership. Today, John and Brenda are both happily enjoying retirement in Florida.
By analyzing both John and Brenda's careers, we have been able to pull valuable leadership insights. As previously mentioned, John has held many different leadership positions during his time at Air Products. In these positions, John has learned how to differentiate between a manager and a leader.
What's the difference between a leader and a manager? There's no black and white answer to that. What I can say is maybe put two demarcations out there. One is, you can't be a good leader if you're not a good manager. So every leader is a manager, in my humble opinion. Not every manager is a leader. And the differentiation is, a manager has a team that has a set of tasks or goals and objectives that have to be accomplished. And they can be accomplished if he's a good manager or she's a good manager. By setting the right tone and by setting the right goals and objectives. Unfortunately, many managers, given their desire to achieve the goal, if the team is drifting or not achieving the goal or on a time frame that's required, their first instincts is, well, I've been there, I've done that, and they're going to jump in and go from coaching and advising to doing. A leader has to set all of those same goals and objectives. He has to have all the same, or she, the same expectations of the team. But a leader is going to stand there and he's going to provide vision, he's going to provide mentoring, they're going to provide coaching as required, but they're not going to do it. They're going to encourage and empower and create an energy within that team.
John also learned that having empathy for the team is critical for successful leadership. As John mentioned in an interview, you can't ask the members of your team to do something you wouldn't be willing to do yourself. In this same interview, John also explained that the most valuable tool he has used in his leadership position so far is to hear, listen, and understand. In conversation, you always hear people, but to be an effective leader, it takes more than just hearing. Leaders need to be active participants in conversations and listen to what people are trying to communicate to them. To truly understand, they must ask follow-up questions to ensure that they can use what they listen to in order to respond appropriately. John also shared insight that he gained from one of his favorite books, Built to Last by Jim Collins. Get the right people on the bus, get the right people in the right seats, get the wrong people off the bus. John shared that originally he interpreted this as meaning the most qualified people with the most relevant work experience. John later heard Collins in a lecture where he explained what he really meant by this. The right people are the ones who you believe can look around the corners. They aren't stuck in the past. Because of how rapidly the world is changing, you need to be able to change with it and adapt to it. Brenda McGlade has also held leadership roles throughout her life, mostly involving working with children. Based on her experience, she shared her perspective and valuable insights about leadership. One of the most valuable pieces of insights shared by Brenda is about trust. Kids are the perfect proof that trust is key to effective leadership. In directing children's plays, Brenda learned that kids can see right through you. If you pretend to be someone you're not, you will end up losing their trust.
Imagine I'm a manager at a successful company. An employee of mine is working on finalizing our earnings reports for the quarter. I am very busy with other projects and trust this employee to get the job done. One day, this employee comes to me and explains that there might be an issue. I look over the report but don't see a huge problem, and the report is only for the quarter, so I brush it off as a fluke. It's a busy day, I have bigger problems. A week later, this employee asked to meet with me in a more formal setting. In this meeting, she brings up the same report. She was trying to tell me that there is a very concerning issue, and we haven't received payment from one of our biggest customers in 2 months. This significantly affects our ability to report our financials. I took time to work through the report with the employee, asking questions and developing a plan to move forward. After this meeting, I understood the concern she tried to present initially. The first time she came to me, I was too busy and didn't take the time to listen to what she was saying. From this experience, I learned that my employees' concerns should also be my concerns, and I need to not only hear, but also listen and understand what they're saying.
As a manager, I have many different teams that work under my supervision and report back to me. One of the groups that I supervise is working on developing a new software program that will be implemented across the department. In forming this team, I recruited some of the best programmers across different groups of the company. Recently, I noticed this group wasn't delivering the results that I expected out of them, so I attended some of the group meetings to see how they function as a team. I realized that while many of the members of the team had good ideas, they lacked a shared vision and the communication skills that were necessary to successfully complete this project. I realized that I had taken the wrong approach in selecting the members of the team. I focused heavily on the technical knowledge and background of each member when I needed to consider how the members would work together to achieve their common goals.
This leadership concept is one that John McGlade recognized in his professional career. As CEO of Air Products, John had many different issues to handle. Air Products employs individuals at all different levels, from upper management to drivers who work hands-on every day. For some who work in an office, it can be easy to overlook some of the employees hard at work. Technicians, for example, require special technical training and are vital in maintaining Air Products systems. John recognized the value of these employees and also the concerning lack of people with the required technical training. He recognized that employees like technicians are an integral part of the complex systems and advocated for an increase in vocational education in the Lehigh Valley area.